mother talks about the Darcys, which is no doubt a connection to the movie and famous novel Pride and Prejudice, unironically played by the same lead actor as the TV series version. Colin Firth was Mr. Darcy in that one.
Oh, how convenient.
Yeah.
So did Pride and Prejudice come out before Bridget Jones, the TV series?
I believe it did, but the name Mr. Darcy is like 100 years old, so
yeah, for sure.
Are over 100 years old, yes.
Because I think I did read somewhere that it's sort of like a retelling of Pride and Prejudice.
I wouldn't be surprised because Pride and Prejudice is 2005, and I believe oh gosh, when did the other ones come out now? When did
Bridget Jones came out in 2001.
Oh, interesting. But I'm sure. So I guess maybe it was a coincidence.
Oh, you're right, because he played Mr. Darcy in 1995.
Oh, so okay. So they did play into it. Okay.
Yeah, no, they definitely did. They definitely did. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something. Yeah. Anyway, her mother chastises her on her winter clothes and tells her to get changed, which is funny because even though her original clothes were really frumpy, like unattractive as fuck, the outfit she comes in is just as bad. Like she's just out here in all red with these weird Christmas colors. It's crazy.
Right.
As I've stated before, but I'm sure you've noticed, one of the key themes is Bridget Jones' love life. Like that's been the point nonstop.
Yes.
Though in under 5 minutes, this is still the key theme that's stated pretty early on. We get a common but funny mom-dad dichotomy where the mom is eager to set up the dad as We get a common but funny mom and dad dichotomy where the mom is eager to set her up for a relationship and the dad is almost undermining her individual choices.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Right.
And funny enough, this becomes important. Yeah.
The impression that I get, even from the beginning, is the dad is more of an intellect. The mom is more bubbly, extroverted. And I guess you could say that Bridget has her dad's intellect, but she's really trying, to, I guess, how can I put it? To relate with the mother when it comes to her being an extrovert, but most of her efforts just don't work because that's not who she is. She's not her mother.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, I think you're absolutely right. She ends up leaning more towards the dad, and it ends up becoming a problem that is mentioned later on. It ends up impacting the entire storyline, which I think in a more modern movie would have been left behind. It's surprisingly important. But anyway, another thing to notice is how high the jokes per minute are. It's a very dry British humor with sharp, clever dialogue, and that I'm absolutely loving. At 3 minutes 30-second marks, we finally meet Colin Firth, aka Mr. Darcy. Now, in Hollywood, or rather in romance, there's something called a meet cute. Basically, it's the eyes meet across the room, a beautiful romantic moment where the main character and the male or female interest meet each other and sparks come off. This one comes off fantastically, hilariously, because it goes horribly wrong. Bridget, who's been the sarcastic, dry, witty person, at least in her mind, in her narration,
right,
just comes off as a babbling brook. She cannot stop talking for some reason.
Right.
She just can't stop herself, and she keeps rambling the most awkward things, and before she knows it, he's completely put off.
Which is anticlimactic.
Yes.
The least, because she blew it.
Yeah.
I mean,
completely.
Everybody else gave them space so that, something could happen between them, but she blew it.
She was under pressure, but she somehow fumbled a bag. You know what I mean? The bag wasn't even in her hands, it was on the floor, and she fumbled it somehow.
Yeah, it didn't work out so well. And I think one of the reasons why I love this movie so much is, look, Renee Zellweger is not an ugly woman, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, she has been playing, female love interests in other movies and stuff. Finding her, like seeing her having so many flaws in a movie, for me, brings life to this character, You know what I mean? Like it makes it more interesting to find an attractive woman not being perfect,
What's funny is that you say that. I think I probably make a note of it before, but there's this thing that I don't make a note of this, but I've mentioned it to you before, I think. I told you about like the stupid character thing.
Mm-hmm.
Ichigo, Goku, Naruto, and Tina Fey.
And who?
Tina Fey from 30 Rock.
Wait, is Ichigo a stupid character?
Well, you think about it. He refuses to learn things. Know what? He has to be important things that happen have to be explained to him like almost repeatedly until things get dramatic.
Oh,
he's unable to participate. He goes straight forward into anything, and people get upset at him about it.
Right.
Yeah.
Wait. And Liz Lemon in 30 Rock was an idiot?
Well, think about it. What made her dumb is that she, first of all, she was the straight man, number one, right?
Yeah.
Crazy things were happening around her.
Mm-hmm.
But because everything around her was crazy, but it was successfully crazy. If you think about it, how many times was Tracy right? How many times was
And it's weird because you would expect that Tracy was not, like, you would think that Tracy's the dumbest one there, but he wasn't.
He wasn't.
Yeah.
Even the dumb other lady who's always selfish.
The blonde, yeah.
She used to get a lot of W's if you actually stop and think about it. And sometimes, in actual fact, a lot of the times when Liz would win would be when she embraced the crazy and she let herself go.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Right.
So, in my opinion, when Tina Fey plays her phones, she's normally, I won't say the dumbest person there, because again, that's a trick with these things. Naruto is not the dumbest person there. He's actually really intelligent, especially when it comes to fighting.
Goku, same thing.
Goes also hyper intelligent, but their simplicity ends up painting them as a little bit dumb. So the main characters look down on them, but you relate to them. You relate to them. They're relatable.
Right.
Reneezellweger, you can't write a woman like this today.
Bro, you simply cannot.
It would be the most sexist thing you've ever done in your life if you were to write a woman like this.
I guess that's why I prefer old stuff.
Yeah. Yes.
Because for me, old stuff has a certain sense of realism that is not captured today. Today, people are too safe.
Yes.
No, back then, showing a woman wearing granny panties was not offensive.
And they roast her for it, dude. Like, it's hilarious. Like, nowadays, it would be a sign of patriarchy if you saw granny panties. Exactly. How dare you? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And it's so, oh my God, I'm going to go into this later because all the things people are trying to say today, because again, I think modern day movies are trying to tell us a message instead of just telling a story.
Right.
Because if you actually think about it, Bridget Jones, especially when I went over the actual individual plot beats, my God, the message people are trying to tell today, Bridget Jones was low-key telling in the background. But I'm going to save that for later. You'll understand later what I'm talking about. Because it's crazy. Cool. Carrying on. Again, she flops. She fumbles the bag. This culminates in Mr. Darcy awkwardly walking off, only for less than a minute later for Mr. Darcy to end up speaking about her in the worst way possible.
Dude, like he dropped like 10 bags after that. Like,
dog!
He made it super worse.
Dog, he could have been worse in a rap battle. You know what I mean? This man was out here throwing rap battle bars, dude. That was that mean. It's so much funnier when they turn around and they discover that she's right behind them.
Yo, bro.
Just classic. And despite the fact that she's the one in the bad position, she's the one awkwardly trying to pretend like that shit didn't happen.
Yeah.
Like, it's hilarious. Right. The moment is so awkward and cringy. The camera, 80s style, freeze frames. And the shit is 80s shit. And it happens in a 2005 movie, a freeze frame. In the movie, in the middle of the movie.
I'm to the camera. The cameraman was like, I'm not moving. Like,